Are you thinking about selling through wholesale online to expand your inventory and your revenue within your income business? Do you need further information about the strategy of wholesale before actually making that decision to pursue it or not? And have you started already within wholesale and you need help to secure those trade accounts? Because Amazon and eBay wholesale is basically a business model of you buying everyday branded goods from authorized suppliers and then reselling them on marketplaces such as Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and perhaps your own website. Now, we found wholesale to be a lot more simpler than other strategies out there, a lot more lucrative than private label, let's say, and it's actually the natural stepping stone of progression if you're in arbitrage at the moment to then seed in and start looking at wholesale within your business, and it can provide a much higher success rate for you as well if done correctly. Because within this video we're going to cover 9 reasons why you should think about adding wholesale into your FBA business. So stay tuned. Hey, Tadie here, and I'm founder of the Online Seller Circle, where we provide help and support to online business owners operating within the e-commerce industry and also looking to build their recurring income through other strategies. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so every single time we release a new video within this channel, you're going to get notified. The more we talk to Amazon's FBA sellers and eBay sellers from all walks of life, the more we understand that each seller's preference in terms of their sourcing model for the products they sell differs between business owners. Some love the thrill of a bargain hunt. They thrive on getting out there and doing retail arbitrage, which is a particular sourcing method of the arbitrage strategy, and that's usually done within stores. Other sellers like working retail arbitrage into their daily routine, or they love the huge profits that can sometimes come from those gems that you find within the stores. Some sellers we've spoken to live remotely, some of them travel around the globe, and they actually run their business from their laptop, or perhaps they don't have enough time in the day. This is a side hustle for them, and they're looking to obviously utilize the method of online arbitrage to source their products. And quite a number of sellers that we are connected with and within our community, just like us, also utilize wholesale too. And of course, let's not forget there's other strategies that you can add another string or two to your e-commerce bow. Private label, where you're actually manufacturing and branding and then marketing the products yourself. And also there is the drop shipping method too. But today we're not going to dig deep in all of those. We're going to dig deep into wholesale, and wholesale specifically on Amazon FBA. So this is sourcing from suppliers, and I'd love to give you 9 reasons why I think that you should really consider, if you're not doing it already, adding wholesale sourcing into your business. And the first is the profit potential. Now, we're all in this business to make profits, right? We need to make money. It's not a business if there's no profit in it. And selling products generated or sourced through the wholesale strategy can actually be hugely profitable. And most importantly, you can actually find consistent deals. Consistency meaning you're selling again and again and again. And when we find items with great return on investment for resale on the likes of Amazon and also eBay, where we currently sell, because you're buying them low at wholesale price, usually a lot lower than what you would actually expect to see in the retail stores, in the supermarkets, even online. And this can actually put you ahead of your competition on the listings that you're selling on. The second is for you to go wide, not deep. And this is a term that we also utilize within the arbitrage strategy if you're doing both RA or OA. Now, buying via wholesale and accounts that you set up and you build those relationships over time with the wholesale providers, it gives you the opportunity to search their catalog. So whether that's a document, a spreadsheet, a nice glossy magazine, ideally an electronic version is a lot more efficient and easier for you to sift through. But once you get access to their catalogue, you're going to find quite a few gems hidden, and it's a case of utilising the best and most efficient method to actually go through the products that they're offering. And because of the vast amount of product lines in different categories that a lot of wholesalers across the globe actually provide, It also gives you the opportunity to actually cherry pick the best deals, perhaps add in some negotiation to get cheaper rates as you place more orders with them, but also allows you to buy in larger quantities than what one could do if they were actually sourcing through retail arbitrage or online arbitrage. And once you and your team have done your due diligence, utilizing your tools such as Keeper and your deal analyzer to actually research, do your due diligence, check the competition on the products on the marketplaces that you're actually looking to sell them on, you can then make an informed decision about the quantity that you purchase and the repeat orders that you purchase going forward with that wholesaler, subject to obviously their minimum order quantities. Now, one of the main reasons why I really love the wholesale strategy is for replenishable items. Now, a replenishable item or product is one that is profitable and you can buy it again and again and again. So you can buy it consistently, because when you are finding these gems, you want to be able to get your hands on more of those products so that you can send them in again and rinse and repeat and pull the profit out and grow your business. And over time, you'll be able to compound the amount of products that you can get from your wholesale suppliers to then obviously increase your sales. Now, replens can be a brilliant cash cow for your business, since all you have to do is order through your direct supplier relationships and the accounts that you've set up. Now, one thing that we note with arbitrage is, it's great when you find products, but often than not, when you're going back to the same retailer or you're trying to find that product from another retailer online or in store, there's either limited quantity for you to buy or you can't get it at that price anymore, or perhaps it's completely out of stock. And so wholesale gives you that consistency you need to be able to scale that business, get repeat winners, get repeat buys from the products that are selling very well within your inventory. So actually finding a replenishable product today will actually save you time tomorrow by not actually having to repeat the sourcing research again like you would do if you were doing RA or OA. The next is there's potential for you doing wholesale for actually less competition. So if an item isn't available, let's say through the retail store or online at a low enough price for you to actually buy and flip it on the marketplace for profit, you could actually look to reverse engineer that and see if you can find a wholesale that provides those products within the said categories that you're looking at. And then once you've built that relationship with them and you're placing orders with them over time, you can start to negotiate better deals. And by better deals, I mean cheaper price. If you can get the products for a cheaper a cheaper price per unit, that then puts you in good stead to actually be able to sell on the marketplaces, perhaps at the same rate or a lot lower than what it's currently the competition is actually listed for. And another thing to remember is that when you're buying products from retail or online arbitrage, often your margins are a little bit more tighter. And sometimes when we have national sales that take place periodically throughout the year, what you'll find is when you buy from those sales, you'll have to get your products in super quick to benefit and get the cash out and sell those items, or you'll have to be last and wait for, because often we see prices crash on certain listings, especially when they come from the well-known retail and online stores and sales that they have throughout the year. So most often than not, we have seen that sourcing via wholesale opens the doors of opportunity, let's say, to find more unique products or everyday products that you actually can't get hold of through retail or online arbitrage, and at a better buy for cost and also a better quantity as well. The next is predictable cash. Once you've found several replenishable products through wholesale sourcing with the relationships with the accounts that you've created with those suppliers, you can actually get to a place in your business where you have more predictable cash flow. So cash flow coming in from the sales that you're actually obviously making on the marketplaces you're selling those products. And often with retail or online arbitrage, you'll have peaks and troughs in your sales depending on, and that's usually throughout the year, depending on when you're getting that stock, and let's say how organized you are in buying ahead of the seasons that are taking place. And so wholesale sourcing can provide more stability for you when it comes to ordering products and allowing you then to sell more consistently and grow those numbers, grow that revenue over time. Now, we're super anal in my business with how I spend my time, but also my team time tracks as well. So we time track everything that we do because we want to be the best at what we do, but at the same time, we want to be super productive and also time efficient. And one of the key things with wholesale that we've noticed compared to other strategies we're using is actually we found that wholesale works to be very good in terms of time utilized versus the arbitrage method. And that's based on the rinse and repeat that we've talked about previously in terms of, very quick. Once you've got that list of products that you can sell again, do your due diligence, see if you can get a cheaper price from your supplier. But it's really quick to go ahead and order. Now, the one time consuming thing that I've found speaking to a lot of our community with wholesale is actually them getting started, actually them finding wholesalers that will work with them, actually being able to open up the wholesale accounts. And then once they've got over that hurdle and they've got those accounts open, it's actually then wholesale sourcing, looking at those catalogs and trying to find the needles in the haystacks, the golden nugget products within those big catalogs, so that they can actually obviously resell them on the marketplaces. And another thing we found with wholesale, it actually saves you time from a prepping point of view. So when you are obviously receiving your goods via the usual kind of vanilla arbitrage methods of sourcing, either you or if you're using a third-party prep center will receive those goods. There'll be stickers on them. They'll have to be prepped a certain way. Now, more often than not, when you are purchasing from wholesalers, you can actually order pallet or layer deliveries of large quantities, and often the products don't have any stickers on them, which makes really light work for you if you're still prepping, or also from your prepping team as well, from the third-party prep center that you're utilizing. And obviously, if you can reduce the time it takes for them to prep your products, the quicker you can get your products out the door and into Amazon or, available for purchase on eBay. We've also been pleased with some of our wholesale suppliers who actually provide some of the products that we purchase actually already in poly bags with the suffocation labels on them. So that makes really lightweight, and that actually saves money, not just time. So if you are prepping yourself and you receive goods in a poly bag that matches Amazon, let's say, or eBay's requirements in terms of how it needs to look and what it needs to be prepped in, that saves you a ton of time in terms of putting those goods in the relevant kind of prepping guideline, whether it's bubble wrapping, polybagging, taping. But also it saves you in cost as well, because you're going to be having to buy those prepping materials, let's say, or have to pay your prep center to actually utilize them. Now, as I said, we're all about productivity, efficiency, and systems at Online Seller Circle. Why spend a long time? Why spend ages doing something when there perhaps is a better system for you to utilize and implement that is proven? And that's why we have launched the ultimate FBA wholesale supplier list for both the UK and the US marketplaces for you to take advantage of. And this is for UK based sellers and US based sellers who are perhaps utilizing Amazon and or eBay to sell their products. Now, if you're looking for a list that's vetted with wholesalers within those marketplaces to help you scale your business and obviously generate you a lot more money once you've established those connections and you've created those accounts, then this is for you. And there's also a video series included that provides you with step-by-step how to successfully land and open those wholesale accounts with the suppliers, and also build the relationship with the suppliers, how to outreach to them, what to do once you've outreached, how to open those accounts effectively and quickly, and also our advanced tips to help you succeed with wholesale sourcing as well. So once you've got access to that account, how do you then go through and what are the best tips and efficient methods for you to utilize to be able to find products quickly that meet your margins so you can place those orders? Now, any Tom, Dick or Harry can actually search for wholesalers on Google, and most of which they won't make any money from. We've tried and tested these suppliers within our elite circle, which are proven and will give you the edge over other resellers. So if you want to get access, have a look at the link below this video, go check it out, and if you have any questions, you can come back to me. Now let's talk about business scale. Now, as your business grows, you're going to need to find ways to scale the business systems, to cope with the demand of the orders that you're getting, with the prepping that's required, and so on. Scaling your business actually means being able to increase your output. Now, there's one thing that we all share. We all share the same amount of time in a day, and there are only so many stores that you can actually visit in person. There's only so many deals that you, as a solopreneur, let's say if you're working in your business on your own currently, can actually go through online and shortlist to purchase. So unless you are scaling your business and leveraging the power of virtual assistants, you only have so many hours in the day to be able to get done within your business. And at a certain point, if you continue on your own doing everything in your business, you will start to reach a ceiling point that you can't smash through. Now with wholesale, it's much easier to keep your business simple, source large amounts of inventory through the supplier and the relationships that you've built, and process it without needing necessarily to hire any help. Now, if you already have a team in place, fantastic. Then you can create a process and develop a system for your team members to follow, so that once those accounts are opened, if that's what you want to continue doing within the business, you can then provide the catalogs and the list of products that those suppliers provide to your VAs, so they can then do the due diligence and shortlist the products for you. And hey, once you've established that system, you could actually then hand over the opening or the outreach and the opening of the wholesale accounts to your chosen VA. Now, wholesale also is said to have more leverage in terms of protecting your accounts, specifically on Amazon. Now, many Amazon FBA sellers experience great anxiety over the thought of being suspended. Been there, done that. Unfortunately, back in the game very quickly once we went through the process. And I've heard a number of other of my friends and people in the community that have also had that experience too, because of claims by customers, let's say, specifically in inauthentic products or counterfeit claims as well. Now, adding wholesale to your business, specifically for Amazon inventory that you're buying, actually gives you a little bit of level of protection with your seller account, whereby you're purchasing from legitimate sources, and you'll be able to provide and obtain, obviously, the documentation and the invoices to prove that to Amazon. And brand restrictions, or brand approval, should I say. Now, brand restrictions on Amazon can be tricky, and when you're looking for good retail sources for your inventory, sometimes it can prove hard if you've got a brand restriction there. Now, there's nothing worse than finding an awesome deal for resale only to discover that actually you're restricted to sell that brand. But with wholesale sources over time, you have the potential to work with Amazon and perhaps get links directly to the manufacturer, become a brand approved seller. Now, it sometimes takes a little bit of time and effort to get to that stage of approval, but if you're successful, you then have the potential to make even more money and a lot more profits with lower competition as well. So that's why we love wholesale. So now you have plenty of good reasons why you should consider adding wholesale as an additional strategy into your e-commerce business. Perhaps you're considering right now, or you've already got started, and how are you getting on? Let me know in the comments below. How have you been successful so far in A, finding reputable wholesalers that can work with you, and B, opening those accounts? And how have you found sourcing those products? What gems have you found from them? If you've not tried it already, what's stopping you? Let me know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll reply to each and every one. And don't forget to check out the Ultimate FBA Wholesale Suppliers List and video series. I'm going to drop a link within the description below, and this covers both UK and US vetted wholesalers, along with extra guidance to help you successfully land and open your wholesale suppliers accounts, build those relationships, and also advanced tips to help you source a lot more efficiently on the wholesale side. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out to me and the team. We'll drop our contact information below too. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel as well, so you never miss another video again. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.